Hey friends, what's up? Derek here from Bomb Socks, back with another week of Bomb Bites, where we feast upon the words of Christ, one bite at a time. I'm excited this week to get you into the books of 1st, 2nd, and 3rd John, and then we're going to hit Jude later on this week. When you're thinking about 1st, 2nd, and 3rd John, yes, this is the same John as in the book of John, as in Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. In fact, John has written 5 books in the New Testament. His own gospel, which is the Gospel of John, and then you got 1st, 2nd, and 3rd John, and then you got the book called Revelation, which I'm so excited about. So we're going to get into 1st, 2nd, and 3rd John, and I'm going to focus today on 1st John with a little bit of context of what's going on. So John's writings here, they're very warm, they're very tender, and almost very fatherly in nature. You're going to see him using words like beloved, and you're going to see him often referring to the saints as little children. And so it almost suggests that he is a little bit older. He's referred to as the elder, and so he's a little bit older right here. In fact, I was watching a Christian vlog. Someone suggested that this was probably written shortly before John's death, and I thought, John's death. That's funny. Anyway, and so as you get into this, you're going to see this loving, kind, tender, fatherly nature of John. Now, he's trying to take care of the church because at this time period, there are false teachings. Just like the time of Paul, there are false teachings that are starting to creep into the church. And what was creeping in at this time became known as 2nd century Gnosticism, which is kind of a fun word to say, right? Now, the belief of Gnosticism, it teaches that all things temporal in nature are pretty bad, and that only spiritual things are really good. But what this false teaching did is it started denying the divinity of Jesus Christ, because Jesus Christ had a physical body. Because surely if there is a God, that there is no physicality at all with him. And so that Gnosticism really challenged the divinity of Jesus Christ. And here is John saying, hey guys, so I know him. I was with him. I walked with him. I ate with him. He called me the beloved. I was known as the guy who Jesus loved. I was there for his resurrection. I know him. And so that message of John knowing who Jesus Christ is, not just the physical nature of Jesus Christ, but the divinity of Jesus Christ. John taught this to the early saints to be able to really correct this erroneous thought that's coming in, that Jesus Christ is not the divine Son of God, and he is not the God of the Old Testament, that he's just a guy. And so John's message is very much teaching the divinity of Jesus Christ. And you see this as you get into the 1st chapter of 1st John. He says, that which was from the beginning. Now he's referring to Jesus Christ here, which we have heard, which we have seen with our eyes, which we have looked upon and our hands have handled of the word of life. That is a capital W. That's going to be familiar to you because you're going to see so many similarities with John's own record back in John chapter 1. Verse 2, for the life was manifested, and we have seen it, bear witness, and shew unto you that eternal life which was with the Father was manifested unto us. That which we have seen and heard, and again, the that here is Jesus Christ, declare we unto you, that ye also may have fellowship with us. And truly our fellowship is with the Father and with his Son Jesus Christ. And these things write we unto you, that your joy may be full. So he's trying to help introduce people to Jesus Christ so that their joy can be absolutely full. Verse 5, this then is the message which we have heard of him, and declare unto you, that God is light, and in him there is no darkness at all. So you see these messages of life, you see these messages of light, you see these messages of Jesus Christ there from the beginning. With that said, swing all the way back to John chapter 1, and you're going to see the same thing taught here by John. Verse number 1 in John chapter 1, in the beginning was the Word. Again, there's that title of Jesus Christ right there, capital W. And the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The same was in the beginning with God. All things were made by him. Without him was not anything made that was made. In him was life. There's that same concept being taught. And the life was the light of men, and the light shineth in darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not. So you see, John's message is to teach people about the divinity of Jesus Christ. Now, the cool thing about this is all you got to do is just go back to General Conference, for example, and you're going to see the same messages taught over and over again. John taught it back in the early days, and we've got apostles and prophets teaching about the importance of Jesus Christ today, about how as we focus on him, our fellowship with him is going to bring us joy. Simple message today, but I think it's a powerful message to start off our week. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And thanks as always for sharing these messages. If you like what you see, please click that like button. And of course, you got to go check out our amazingly comfortable gospel themed socks at bombsocks.com. You guys have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Godspeed. Bye-bye.